I think if LeBron was having a cookout, Kobe would not be invited at this point. And Kobe Jr., you've talked a little bit over the course of the last couple of weeks when we've been together about Kobe sort of weaseling his way into whatever discussion there is, whether it's on Twitter saying, hey, everybody can talk about their championships like my simple 5 rings. I mean, he finds a way to work himself into the conversation. And Bleacher Report was asking him a little bit. LeBron has 3 rings was the question. Been to more finals than any player in modern times, but he's 3-6 after this series. Does that matter to his legacy? And Kobe's answer is, all I thought about as a kid personally was winning championships. That's all I cared about. That's how I valued Michael. That's how I valued Bird. That's how I valued Magic. It was just winning championships. Now, everybody's going to value different things differently, which is fine. I'm just telling you how I value mine. If I'm Bron, you got to figure out a way to win. It's not about narrative. You want to win championships. You just got to figure it out.
This is just brilliant wizardry by Kobe Bryant. He was part of a panel that Bleacher Report did this with Chauncey Billups and Paul Pierce and a number of other former NBA stars and some guys on our Jalen Rose. And Kobe's answers were about double the length of everybody else's in this, because Kobe was making sure if we're going to judge greatness, we're going to judge it by the metrics that favor me. We should probably count championships. Did I tell you I have 5? How many does LeBron have again? Oh, that's right. You know what LeBron needs to do? Because they tried to ask him the question then too, and this is where it got hilarious, is does he get credit for dragging the supporting cast to the finals? Where he got credit for dragging the supporting cast to the finals. And Fitz, you have that sheet of quotes right there?
So here's this. It even gets better. They were asking, how should we weigh a star supporting cast? Does LeBron get credit? The answer, Michael gave me some really good advice after the 2008 finals. You got all the tools. You got to figure out how to get these guys to that next level to win that championship. Going into the 2010 series, I said, listen, Boston, they got Ray Allen, they got Paul Pierce, they got Garnett, they got Sheed. The talent is there. They're stacked. That was the first super team. Michael kind of heard me lament about it, and he just goes, yeah, well, it is what it is. You got to figure it out. There's no other alternative, and that's the challenge LeBron has. You have pieces now. You have to try and figure out how to work with. Excuses don't work right now. Woo!
Yeah.
I mean,
Kobe's wizardry knows no bounds. Did you see him basically say, I beat the first super team?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he did.
Me? I went through the original. This Golden State thing, they were doing this back in green years ago when I was still in the league, and I beat them.
So is there legitimacy to that, though, with Pierce, with Allen, with Garnett, with Sheed, and saying, you know what, compared to his team, they had the stars on that team. Kobe didn't. So...
But there would be legitimate if he'd given specifics on how he did it. Because when he went into the next section, he said it has everything to do with how you build the team from an emotional level. How do you motivate them? Leadership's not making guys better from just throwing them the ball. That's not what it is. He goes into this non-quantifiable, you know what, you just got to lead. It's like suddenly if LeBron had thrown some magic leadership powder on top of J.R. Smith, he would remember the score at the end of a game.
I think it's hilarious in 2 regards. One, the idea that anyone would compare the greatness of that Boston Celtics team with what we're seeing with Golden State right now. Golden State, who has an argument and legitimate claim for the best team of all time, versus that Boston Celtics team. Pass. Second off, speaking of passing, something Kobe didn't do that often. Kobe's best season assist-wise was maybe just a hair over 6 assists a game, which qualifies for maybe LeBron as a rookie when he was still figuring this all out. LeBron averaged, just a bit over 9 assists a game this last season. So this is, again, the brilliance of Kobe. Make it about something you can't quantify. I know more about leadership than you. I would take advice from Kobe Bryant on this aspect of things.
Yeah.
You can't dispute him in this. It's like the LeBron Jordan debate all over again. I can't prove this out in real time because it's something you can't quantify, so he automatically wins. I marvel at the job that Kobe did.
Yeah, because all the other guys that were on this panel, they weren't doing this. Now, again, they don't have 5 rings and aren't going to go down as one of the all-time greats or where Kobe is going to be. I don't know every player on that panel, but nobody's going to rank higher.
No, it was
all-time,
Paul
right?
Pierce, Chauncey Billups, Jalen Rose. There were a number of other names, but no, Kobe was by far the name with the most clout on the list.
Yeah. But earlier in the show, you were talking about Kevin Durant, and you were saying, I don't understand why guys feel like they have to tell you how great they are. And that's essentially, not essentially, that's exactly what Kobe's doing. You're listening to Golic and Wingo. We're presented by 1-800-Flowers.com. Surprise a friend or loved one today with the bouquet from 1-800-Flowers.com. You guys, hint. When you order a dozen multicolored roses for only $29.99, you get another dozen absolutely for free. So you could get me 24 roses since I didn't get to go to the leadership retreat. Just go to 1-800-Flowers.com/ESPN. It's funny that we look at Durant and we say, man, just accept your greatness. You got 2 straight finals MVPs. You got 2 straight titles. Just stop. Just go out there, be great, and don't worry about it. But then we've got Kobe over here saying, hey, guys, remember me? Well, I am fantastic.
Yeah, I think, again, listen, ego has never been an issue here. And I'm saying that completely in a bad way, but it does amaze me. But at least with Kobe, you can say, well, he's out of sight, out of mind. Though, by the way, his details what he does there in breaking down the game.
Check out detail on ESPN Plus.
Is
spectacular.
Oh boy.
It's great stuff.
He does a great job of that, but he does want to let you know what he's done. There's no doubt he is more proud of the titles he won after Shaq. I mean, no doubt about it. They couldn't play well in the sand together to be Batman and Robin because they both wanted to be Batman at that point.
So say the next part. Say the next part.
What was the next part?
You know the next part.
I don't.
What's the logical next step from that? He values those titles after Shaq left more.
I don't know.
What does that mean? Durant needs to leave.
But wait. But go ahead.
Well, everybody's different. I don't. That was from. Listen, here's why I don't agree with that, because Kobe never would have gone to that team. Kobe never would have gone.
So he needs to make Steph
Golden
leave.
State for the.
But on top, wait. But what about the other side of it?
Yeah.
Kobe and Shaq had such egos they couldn't coexist.
Right.
Steph and Durant are so egoless in that sense, they can absolutely coexist. We should be crediting the ability for 2 superstars on the same team to coexist, because we've seen historically that's not easy. The problem is we don't want to give Durant any credit because he took the easy way out, whatever that stupid comment means. At some point, we have to look at it and say Kobe and Shaq they couldn't get their egos out of the way. That's exactly what Durant and Steph are doing. That should be praised.
So that's why it's harder to be a great player on a great team?
Oh, my God. So you're just going to keep going down this road?
I'm just saying, he just said it in a lot more words. KD just summed it up.
No, that's not what he said.
That's what he's
saying.
No, I'm saying that we should acknowledge the sacrifice of ego. I think it's hysterical that we look at somebody like Melo and we say, you know what, all he ever cared about was the money. He doesn't care about winning, and that's not what sports are supposed to be about. And then you have KD come over here and say, well, I'll take less money to win. And we're like, oh, my God, how could you take the easy road?